Hey y'all, it's me again, Jose Vigro Hospitality Entertainment LLCFL. I'm also the writer of the Good Teacher articles and the Good Teacher videos. So today I want to talk about the 10 standards that a teacher needs in order to be a good teacher. These are not the 10 standards for students. These are the 10 standards for the teacher. And now obviously this is not a universal thing. This is not something that everyone has to do, but it is a good basic start for those who are looking to become a teacher, or those who are already a teacher and just want a little bit more information from someone like myself, or maybe someone else that can help them become better. So these 10 standards, how I have it organized is there's good and there's bad, good and bad. There's about 10 of them in total. So 5 good, 5 bad. So let's get to it. The very first thing that I recommend that every teacher hold themselves to is do not lie to students. Students do not like it when an adult lies to them. Oh, but students lie to adults all the time. They're kids. Even if they're 17 years old in 12th grade, they are still kids. It is an expectation from us to them for them to lie. But their expectation towards us is that we do not lie. If we lie to a kid and they find out you lied to them, you're going to have a very difficult year with that kid and possibly the entire class, because now you lost the trust and respect of that class. They can't rely on you to tell them the truth. Oh, but what if the truth is going to hurt them? I would rather tell them the truth and be 100% honest with them than tell them a lie. Now, some people say, okay, what if it's a little white lie? It's like, no, don't do it. Just be honest with them. Don't make up a lie just to make them feel better. Be straightforward. They will respect you more and they will trust you more if you are just direct with them. There's no reason to lie to them. You are an adult. The only people that lie are those that are not adults. Oh, well, as an adult, I lie to other adults. Okay, that's between adults. But when it comes to a kid, don't lie to them. Stay away from lying to a child. They will hold it against you for the whole year, or until they are no longer in your classroom. So that's number 1. Number 2, be firm and fair. Be firm and fair. Don't be strict, and don't let people get away with everything. Be firm and fair. What that means is, do not let any kid get away with anything. Oh, well, he didn't mean to. Nope. Talk to that kid one-on-one. If they did something incorrectly, they said something inappropriately, tell them right then and there, away from the classroom. You don't want to embarrass them in front of the classroom. Just talk to them one-on-one, explain to them what they did, or ask them what they did, explain to them why it's wrong, and then provide fairness. But the moment you do that, whatever you said to that kid that they cannot say or do applies to everyone else in that class. You cannot just say, oh, you can't do it, but she can or he can. There's no. You do that, the kid will not trust you. He or she will think you have a favorite. You don't need that right now. And that's another topic down the line. We'll get there eventually. But anyways, be firm and fair. The next thing, do not yell at students. Yelling at students does not work the way you think it may. Oh, well, when I yell at them, they listen to me. Of course, they're scared. The younger they are, the more frightened they become, because they don't know how to handle people yelling at them. The older they are, the more resistant they become, because now you're treating them like a kid when they're becoming young adults. It does not work. You lose any trust or any form of comfort of you being a teacher to those kids that you're yelling at. Now, for myself, I'm not innocent of that. I've yelled at students before. My 2nd year as a teacher, I've done it. My 5th year as a teacher, I've done it. And I regretted it every time. I've been corrected on it by parents. And they told me, and I had some parents tell me straight up, who are you to yell at my son or daughter? And I was like, you know what? You're right. Who am I to do that? I didn't argue with them. I accepted it. Why? Because I was in the wrong. I'm not going to defend that. If it was my son or daughter, or even my baby sister, or even my brother, I do not want anyone yelling at them. The only people that have a right to yell at a child is the child's mother, father, and God. That's it. Or their eldest siblings, or whoever is taking care of them, their guardian, their primary guardian. But a teacher, or even an administrator, or even another student, nah, you have no right to yell. Sorry. That is a no-go. The only time, and this is just an opinion of mine, because I actually had to do this twice. The only time yelling at a student is justifiable is if that student has placed their life in danger or the lives of others. For instance, when I was a teacher in 6th grade, I had one student that I told kindly and softly to get away from the road. We were at a park, at a public park, enjoying the sun, and she decided to go on the walk away from me because she was upset for whatever reason. And the moment I saw her put her foot on the street, I yelled at her. I demanded her to get to where I was, and she did. She was scared, but I had to talk to her. I talked to her, do you understand why I yelled at you? Like, yeah, because I went on the road. Exactly. So now, you cannot leave my sight until I contact your mom. My policy is if I yell at a kid, I call the mom or the dad or whoever is the primary guardian on the emergency contact. I explain to the mom or dad, hey, look, I just want to be straightforward with you. I yelled at your daughter because she decided to go on the road after I told her not to. She put her life in danger, and I could not let that slide. If you wanna complain or write a complaint to my administrator, please go ahead. I totally understand. You know what that mom did, or both parents actually, you know what they did? They said, thank you for being honest with us. We're going to have a word with our daughter. And I was like, oh, excuse me. And I talked to that student the following day. I was like, do you understand why you got in trouble? She said, yes. Are you going to do it again? I was like, no. Okay, look, I don't want to yell at you. That's not my job. I hate yelling for several reasons. One, it's scary. And two, it hurts me. And I know it hurts you guys. So I don't want to do that. Moving on. There is a huge difference between I hear you and I'm listening to you. I hear you is I hear background noise. I'm listening to you is I'm listening to every word you're saying, and I'm asking you questions to clarify my understanding of it. I do not like anybody that says they listen to me when they can't even remember what the conversation was about. Students are still kids. Even adults need to be listened to from time to time. When a student is talking to you, explaining something, give them your full attention. Put your cell phone down. Stop whatever it is you're doing. Yes, even if you have a report that's due the next day or you're grading papers and whatnot, it's the safety of a student is important. The safety also includes their mental health. So you have to listen to them. Those kids will appreciate you more, and you will no longer be a teacher to them. They're going to be looking at you like, dang, this is someone that actually cares about me. It's not just some guy or girl trying to be a teacher. He's actually caring about me. Learn to be a good teacher. Not just a teacher, but a good teacher by listening to your kids. The next thing. Do not be friends with your students. Do not be friends with your students. Being a friend with your student is unacceptable. Oh, but I don't mean it in any inappropriate manner. It doesn't matter how you mean it. The moment you say you're a friend of a student or a friend of a group of students or any student whatsoever, you lose the respect of those students. They no longer see you as an authority figure. They see you as an equal. You are not equal to your students. You are an authority figure that is charged with educating these children in facts and helping them present their opinions in constructive ways. Okay. Also, you're helping them understand general knowledge in English, math, social studies, science. Okay. You're there to discipline them. They cannot see you as an authority figure if you say you are their friend. They're going to treat you like a friend. And that means is when you talk to them, they're going to ignore you. I learned that in my 3rd year. I wanted to be friends with my students. I lost all respect and I had the worst year ever as a teacher. Why? Because my students didn't respect me. I get it. It's hard. You know, oh, I want to be friends with them because I want to understand them. Like, okay, you can understand them without being their friends. You don't have to be buddy-buddy with them. Okay? I get it. You know, you might be the cool teacher, the fun teacher, whatever. You're not their friend. Clarify that in the beginning of the year. You're there to help them, not befriend them. There is a difference. Anyways, so number 5. Or I think that was number 5. I'm sorry. Number 6. Be organized. The old saying of monkey see, monkey do is true. It doesn't matter what grade you're teaching. It doesn't matter their gender. Okay, boy, girl, doesn't matter. Young, old, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what familial background they have or cultural background. Monkey see, monkey do applies to every kid. Why? Because if you're unorganized, and by unorganized I mean you come in late to work, you're not prepared to teach a lesson, you have no idea what you're doing, those kids are going to emanate you. Okay, they're gonna treat you just the same way. They're gonna come late to class. They're going to be late for their assignments. They're not gonna know what to do, and then that is a poor reflection on the teacher, because your students are a representation of you. So if your students are acting up like that or not being as efficient as they need to be, that is a reflection of you, whether you believe it or not. Oh, but I'm always on time. Okay, great. Are you holding those students accountable? Are you organized enough that those kids can see that? If the answer is no, then you need to do a little better. Oh, there's so much pressure, man. Like, we teachers got to do so much. We got to grade papers. We got to do lesson plans. We got to call parents, this and that. A lot of those issues can be resolved if you're organized. It's a harsh truth, harsh reality, but you have to accept it. And frankly, the last my first year, my 2nd year, my 4th and 5th year as a teacher, I was organized. I had my stuff ready to go. I was backed up by parents, students, administrators, all that stuff. I was good to go. My 3rd year was the one year that I was not organized whatsoever. I was miserable. That was the worst year I had because I wanted to be friends and the money went to my head and I didn't care. And that was bad. I will not blame a student for how my year went, because again, students emanate their teachers. The next thing, do not get involved in student drama. Student drama can lead to even more drama. Okay, don't be that person that wants to find out why Bob is crushing on Jennifer, or why Jennifer likes Zach, or why Zach hates Susie. Don't deal with that. That's not your concern. That is just something within their social circle that they have to adjust to. Now, if they seek advice, if a student seeks advice regarding their drama, don't ask them for specifics. Just give them advice. If you want to give them advice, give them advice. That's fine. But don't be involved in their drama. You know, just tell them, okay, well, if you like Zach, you know, just be yourself. You know, don't force it. Just get to know him a little bit better. Let him know you. If he likes you, he'll let you know. And if not, well, just move on. Sorry, harsh reality. Don't get involved in drama unless it's to give advice. That's it. Next thing, be consistent. Students need predictability. Don't be unpredictable. Unless you're trying to be funny or something like that, that's fine. But when it comes to coursework and being efficient, you have to be predictable. What are my expectations for the classroom? Okay, well, in the morning, my students already know they have to bring out their journals. They have to have a pen or pencil. They got to look at the board, copy down the prompt, answer the prompt, turn in their assignment on my desk, and then we move forward from there. We have a schedule. They follow the schedule. We have our expectations of behaviors in the classroom. They follow it. Be consistent. Okay, everything you say you're going to do it. Everything you said has to be backed up by your actions, and all your actions have to be backed up by your statements. Don't make up stuff. Okay? This is something you really have to take into account. And remember, please remember, If you are looking to have a good classroom, you have to be the example. Anyways, moving on. Number 9, I believe. Don't have favorites. I mentioned this earlier. Do not have a favorite student. You have a favorite student, that student is going to take advantage of you in more ways than one. Not necessarily inappropriate wise, but they're going to be telling their friends, oh, I don't have to do work because I'm the teacher's pet or I'm the teacher's favorite. So, I don't have to do work. And then those kids are going to go to their moms and dads, tell their moms and dads what that your favorite student said, and then you're going to get in trouble for it. And then you have to explain to your administrator what's going on, this is and that. It could be that's an extreme case. It's very rare for it to escalate that much, but it can happen. Or worse, now other students are going to try and be your favorite student, and it's going to be a catastrophe. Don't have favorites, and clarify that in the beginning of the year. I don't have favorites. All of you are the same. All of you are equal to me. I'm not going to deal with any favorites. You can say it in a different way, a much more kinder way, of course, but establish that fact immediately. Now, my last thing, and this is more personal because I've seen teachers do this a lot. When I was a student, I seen teachers do it, and when I was a teacher, I seen my coworkers do it, and I don't appreciate this. You have to be forgiving. I've seen teachers several times, several occasions, too many times actually, go to a student that they may not like and say, oh, great, you did this again. Wow, you're going to do the same thing you did last week. Wow, this isn't that. Why are you bringing up the past to a student? Students do not function, or should at least not function, on the past. They need to focus on the present and keep moving forward. When you bring up something they did in the past that's negative, they take that into account and they're not going to want to talk to you later. Okay? Unless you're informing them of something of the past to give them constructive criticism, it should not be brought up. Just because you don't like a student, just because they may annoy you or they're bothersome, or maybe you don't even like their family, whatever the reason is, you should not bring up the past of a student, especially if it's negative. That just shows me that you are very petty as a teacher, and you should not be a teacher if you're going to do that. Now, although I did say there's 10 standards you should hold yourself to, there's one more, and it's called patience. And that's the biggest factor. And I'm just going to lay it out like this. If you do not have patience, do not be a teacher. You need a high level of patience. You can say whatever it is you want, but these kids drive me up the wall. Congratulations. It's part of the job. And that's another thing. If it's a job to you, I don't think you should stay there. Do it for like a year, maybe 2, and then leave. Now, if it's a career, stay there. And if you're going to stay there, you better have a high level of patience. Because I'm telling you right now, a teacher that is very patient can do amazing things. But a teacher that is not patient, you're not worth keeping. And that's just the hard truth. At least in my opinion, that's the hard truth. Because we need good teachers. I don't care if you're great. I could care less. If you're a great teacher, fantastic. But we need good ones. And I'm trying to be a good one. I hope I'm a good one. I got 5, 6 different offers to be a teacher. I already accepted one. And, on the side note, personal things happened that I had to turn down that offer and go for another one that's closer to home. But if you're a good teacher, good things come to you. If you are patient, good things will come to you. If you're understanding, good things come to you. And I'm going to leave it like that because I'm almost out of time. My name is Jose Vigoro, owner of Vigoro Hospitality Entertainment and the writer of the Good Teacher articles and videos. If you feel as if this has helped you, please like and subscribe, and please share it with other teachers. This could help an entire generation. And I appreciate all of you. So thank you, and God bless. Bye.